Hey yogis, welcome to today's class. We are going to do a Vinyasa Flow inspired by the water element. So we're going to move through the practice with lots of fluidity of our movement, building up into a beautiful flow, connecting our movement to breath. It's a very flexibility focused, balance focused flow with lots of spinal mobility as well. I hope you guys enjoy. All you're going to need is your yoga mat. Don't forget to click subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure you give this video a like and leave a comment below telling me how your practice was. When you're ready, I'll see you on the mat. Thanks guys. Welcome guys, we're going to start onto our hands and our knees straight into some cat and cows. So come down to a tabletop position, stacking the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. Take a breath in, drop the navel down towards the ground as you open the chest, extending out through the spine. As you exhale, curl everything under as you round through the spine, curl the chin towards the chest, curl the tailbone under, and just keep moving on your own. Start to move the body to the breath, in and out through the nose. And start to initiate your ujjayi breathing, giving the breath that oceanic quality as you constrict the whispering muscles at the back of the throat, creating that soft, long, thin, audible line of breath. And as you begin to move and lubricate the spine, start to move with a little bit more fluidity through the spine, so you can start to move with a little more freedom. Maybe you want to do some figure eights of the spine, play with the shoulder blades, squeezing the shoulder blades together and then feeling the shoulder blades separate. Move the hips in a way that feels really good for you, just to tune in and warm up into the body. And as we focus on the water element in today's practice, feeling this fluidity, this movement throughout the entire practice. And even if your movements don't really have much of a form, still try to connect that movement to your breath, staying fully present in the moment with your breath, with your body, with the sensations arising. And we'll just take a few more rounds, a few more breaths. Good. Come back to a neutral spine in your tabletop position. Extend the right leg back and the left arm forward, holding it here, finding a bit of contraction into the core, into the abdominals. Press the ground away with the right palm. Take a breath in and breath out. Around as you bend the right knee and catch the right foot. Start to open the chest, coming into a tiger. Press the shin towards the back wall, engaging into the right quad, engaging into the right glute as well. Front of the left shoulder, a little bit more into the chest. Gaze. Kick a little bit more. One more breath in. And breath out. Slowly release. Other side, extend the left leg back and the right arm forward. Holding it here momentarily. Create that engagement into the core first. Squeeze into the left glute. Deep breath in. Breath out. Reach the right arm around as you bend the left knee. Catch the left foot. Kick back. Open the chest towards the front of your mat. Squeeze the left glute. Keep kicking back with the left shin to engage into the quad. You may even start to feel that nice little burning sensation. Holding it here. Keep breathing into the belly. and slowly release. Tuck the toes under, come into your downward facing dog, lifting the hips up and back. Start by walking out your dog, pedaling the feet, and again just move in a way that feels good for you to settle in. Notice how you're feeling through the backs of the legs and through the calves, into the Achilles. And when you eventually settle into stillness, really think of melting the heart back so we create a little more opening into the shoulders, melting the heart back towards the thighs. So we create a little more extension into the spine in this downward facing dog. At the same time, keep pressing the ground away. Create more length into the side body. Bend the knees if you need to. Otherwise, ground the heels. Either way, feeling the energy of the heels running down towards the ground. Set your gaze towards the navel, holding it here. Come back to the breath, mindfully breathing with intention. And maybe setting some kind of intention for your practice ahead, keeping in mind this element of water, this quality of moving through the practice and through our lives with fluidity, with grace, passing through obstacles or around obstacles, with courage, with strength, and the ability to change and be pragmatic, just like water. Take one more deep breath in and breath out. On the next breath in, we're going to ripple forward into a high plank. As you ripple forward, round through the upper back, tucking the chin towards the chest. When you reach the top of your plank, start to come back to down dog, lifting the sit bones up first, and then lifting the gaze, pressing the hips and the chest back on the breath out. We're going to keep moving through these wave-like planks, moving to your own breath. So on the breath in, rounding through the spine, curling forward to high plank. Exhale, sit bones lift, press back, downward facing dog. Go through 3 more rounds, moving on your own. Good. Coming back to downward facing dog when you've finished 3 rounds. Take a breath in, raise the right leg up to a 3-legged dog. Soften the outer right hip down towards the ground. Reach back through the toes or through the heel, whether you're pointing or flexing the toes. Squeeze into the right glute. And from here, open the right hip, bend the right knee. Create a little more extension into the spine. Keep pressing the ground away. Pull the right heel towards your butt. Lift the right knee up towards the ceiling. Ground the left heel down, holding it here. Straighten the right leg. Keeping the right leg lifted, come forward to the top of your plank. Press it back. 3-legged dog, take a breath in. Exhale, tiger curl the knee to the nose, rounding through the upper back. From here, flex the foot, step the right foot forward between the palms of your hands, drop the back knee down to the ground. As you inhale, lift both arms into a low lunge. Open up into the chest as you melt the hips forward. Squeeze into the left glute. Reach up through the fingertips, maybe even lift the gaze. Sink a little deeper into the lunge. One more breath in. On the breath out, frame the right foot with the fingertips. Straighten the right leg, come onto the front heel. Half split Ardha Hanumanasana. Lengthen the chin towards the big toe, centering your chest over the right thigh. Take a deep, full breath in. As you exhale, fold over the right leg. Pull back on the right heel. Lift up through the right sit bone a little bit more, holding it here. Deep breath in. Breath out, bend into the right knee. Planting the left palm below the left shoulder, tuck the back toes under, lift the back knee, peel the right arm up as you twist to the right. Gaze up towards the right fingers. Lift the back of your left knee towards the ceiling and think of lifting the heel further away from the ground. That back heel, squeeze into the left glute, squeeze the inner thighs in towards your midline. Open up a little bit more, sending the right hand to the wall behind you. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower the right palm, frame the right foot, step the right foot back to high plank. Drop the knees to the ground. We're going to lower the chin and the chest, squeezing the elbows in towards the ribs so your tail is sticking up towards the ceiling. From here, slither forward into a cobra. Taking a breath in as you lift the chest, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, melt the chest down. Inhale again, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, release. One more, inhale. Exhale. Tuck the back toes under, coming back onto the hands and the knees. Press back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and breath out. Inhale the left leg high. Three-legged dog. Soften the left outer hip down. Find your foundation here. And then from here, bend and open. Pull the left heel towards the butt. Lift the left knee towards the ceiling. Ground down through the right heel. Keep pressing the ground away with both palms evenly. Square the shoulders. Deep breath in. Breath out. Straighten the left leg. Shift forward to your high plank, your 3-point plank. All the way forward, shoulders coming over the fingertips. Press back, three-legged dog, deep breath in. Exhale, tiger curl the knee to the nose. Step the left foot forward, drop the back knee down, low lunge. Inhale, lift the arms, lift the chest. Squeeze the right glute. Melt the hips. Create a little more arch into the spine, lifting the chest as you do so. Inhale. Exhale, lower the fingertips, straighten the front leg. Half split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Pull back on the left heel, lift up through the left sit bone, warming up into the hamstrings. One more breath in. And breath out, bend into the left knee. Plant the right palm below the right shoulder, lift the back knee, peel the left arm up to your low twist. Gaze up towards the left fingers, and now open up even more. As you squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, lift the right heel away from the ground, activate into the fingertips. Inhale. Exhale, lower the left palm, step the left foot back, high plank. This time shift forward, shoulders over the fingertips, lower halfway down, chaturanga, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, upward facing dog, lift the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here, sweet breath out. Bend the knees, look forward, step or float to the top of your mat. Come to halfway lift, inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, fold down. Inhale all the way to standing. Reach the arms up, gaze up between the fingertips. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, separate the elbows. Drop the gaze. Inhale as you lift the gaze. Take a little back bend here if that feels okay for you. Press the thighs forward, squeeze the glutes, lift the chest, gaze up. bow, forward, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, lengthen halfway. Exhale, plant the palms, step or jump to your chaturanga, making our way all the way back to downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the right knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the right foot forward between the palms of the hands. This time as you inhale, come up to a high crescent lunge. Bring the palms together, lift the heart, sink deep into the front knee. And if you feel okay here, take a back bend, lifting the chest, squeeze the left glute. Come back to neutral, spine reaching up through the fingertips, take a breath in. On the breath out, open to Virabhadrasana 2. From here, we're going to come straight into Skandasana at the back of the mat, bending into the left knee, straighten the right leg. Bring the hands to the heart, pointing the right toes up towards the ceiling. Lean back into your left leg, so you're pulling the right heel towards you, so the right calf is lifting off the ground. If you're lucky, you can open the right fingertips towards the ceiling, opening the chest, holding it here. And from here, we're going to make our way into a half moon at the top of our mat. So to transition into a half moon, we're going to skim the fingertips along the edge of the mat. Stay nice and low as you transfer the weight, like you're skimming a stream of water. Bring the weight into the right leg, planting the right fingertips in front of the right foot. Reach the left leg and the left arm up, opening the left hip. Squeeze into the glutes, holding it here. Deep breath in, breath out. One more breath in. On the breath out, lower the left fingertips down to the ground. Come to a standing split. So soften the left hip down to the ground now as you're squaring the hips. Drop the crown of the head, reach the left leg nice and high. If it feels okay for you, you can wrap the right hand around the back of the calf and draw yourself closer towards the right leg, reaching the crown of the head down towards the ground. Deep breath in, breath out. Lift the left leg a little bit higher, really strong through the legs. Breath in, breath out. Slowly release the left foot down to meet the right foot. Bend the knees, come into a little toe squat and just a little bounce. Good. From here, straighten the legs, lift the sit bones up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms. Step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's take one expansive breath in here. Open the mouth as you let the breath go, like a wave in an ocean. Other side, inhale the left leg high, three-legged dog. Bend the left knee, open the hip. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tiger curl the knee to the nose. Step the left foot forward, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Inhale as you come up. Take the back bend if that feels okay for you. Always lifting from the chest rather than collapsing into the lower back. Engage into that right glute. Slowly come back to neutral. Take a breath in. Exhale, warrior 2. Straight to Skandasana, bending into the right leg. Straighten the left leg, hands to the heart. Lean into the right leg, pull the left heel towards you. Maybe open up across the chest. And from here, we're going to make that beautiful fluid transition to our Adho Chandrasana, our half moon. Skimming the fingertips along the ground. Transferring the weight into the left leg. Plant the left fingertips. Peel the right arm up, lift the right leg, open the hip. Extend. Strong into the left leg. One more breath in. Lower the right fingertips, square the right hip down, come to standing splits. Reach the right leg high, point through the toes, maybe wrap the left hand around the back of the left calf, find a little more depth. Holding it here, lift the right leg higher. One more breath in. And slowly release the right foot. Heel to the feet, hip distance, just come into a little ragdoll. Maybe just let the arms hang. Take a little bit of movement, swaying from side to side. Beautiful. We're going to clean the slate, making our way all the way back to downward facing dog. You can flow through your vinyasa, or you can just step straight back, whatever serves you. Meeting back in our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. We're going to continue to flow through this sequence, and we're going to build on the sequence. Moving to breath. Let's flow. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, knee to the nose. Step the right foot forward. Crescent lunge, just one breath in. Lift the chest. Exhale, Vira Bhadrasana 2. Skandasana at the back of the mat. Open up across the chest. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, transitioning to Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. Skim the fingertips along the ground like water. Float the left leg up. Take a breath in. This time on the breath out, we're going to bend the right knee. Float straight back to Skandasana. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg. Take a deep breath in here. This time on the breath out, you're going to look down towards the left foot. You're going to plant the right palm as you spin onto the back toes. Peel the left arm up into a low twist. Taking a deep breath in here. Come onto the blade edges of the feet. Really plant down through the right palm, pressing out from the right shoulder. We're going to transition to Wild Thing. Floating the left toes behind you. Lift up through the hips. Reach the left fingertips towards the front wall. Open the chest. Take a deep breath in here. And breath out. Keep opening up. Squeeze into the right glute. Deep breath in. Breath out. Look down towards the right hand. Pull the left knee into the chest. I'm going to set the left foot down to the top of the mat beside the right hand. Drop the back knee down. Slide onto the front heel, either to half split, or this time you can come to your full split. Hanumanasana, monkey pose. And it doesn't matter where you are, if you're up here like this, if you just want to take it to your deepest level, take it to your deepest level. Try to create some engagement here. Gently pull back on that left heel. Try and square the right hip forward and lift the chest. Holding it here. And you can take a variation here if you like. If you want to take a twist to the left, taking the left hand behind you to the right leg, looking over the left shoulder. Beautiful. From here, we're going to lean onto the left side. You're going to bend the left knee and pull the left heel in towards your groin. Squaring the hips, coming into a half pigeon position. We're going to come into maybe a mermaid pose from here. You can stay right here if you like, and of course take any modifications that you need to make this pose accessible. If you need to place something under your left sit bone, like a blanket, a rolled up blanket or a cushion, do what you need to do if you're really tight. If you're feeling like you can go a little bit further, we're going to stretch out into the quad. So you can start by just bending the right knee in towards the right glute. Maybe you can take a hold of the right foot, and you can just start by sort of bending and straightening. If that feels okay and comfortable, maybe you can hook the right elbow around the right foot, pull it in a little bit closer, and you can come to a mermaid from here, a beautiful water themed pose that really is a beautiful heart opener and creates fluidity throughout the body. So you can reach the left arm up. Maybe you can take hold of the right hand with the left fingers and lift the chest, holding it here. One more breath in. And try to release nice and slowly. Don't let the leg slingshot back. Release with control. Tuck the back toes under. Step the left foot back to your downward facing dog. And just take a few moments here just to let everything settle. Just notice how you feel after doing that one side throughout your body. And we'll move into the other side. When you're ready, inhale the left leg high. Exhale, bend and open. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, tiger curl the knee to the nose. Step the left foot forward between the palms. One breath in, crescent lunge. Inhale as you come up. Exhale, open, warrior two. Straight back to Skandasana, bend into the right knee. Open up across the chest. Deep breath in. Exhale to Ardha Chandrasana at the top of the mat. Floating the right leg up. Take one breath in. Exhale straight back to Skandasana. And then from here, look down towards the right foot. Plant the left palm, spin onto the left toes. Peel the right arm up into your twist. Holding it here, deep breath in. Come onto the blade edges of the feet. Really engage into the left arm, pressing the ground away with the left arm. Float the right toes behind you. Wild thing, lift the hips up. Squeeze the left glute. Create lots of expansion here. And breathe. One more breath in. Look down towards the left hand. Pull the right knee, lots of control, into the chest. Step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee down. Slide onto the front heel. Half split or your full split. And if one side is tighter, that just means you need to practice that side more. Pull back on the right heel. Square the left hip forward. Take any variation you like here. I'm going to take the twist to the right. Beautiful. Starting to release as we lean into the right side. Bend the right knee, taking the right heel into the groin. Coming into your Ekapada Rajaka Potasana or your mermaid. Bending the left knee and maybe just gently easing your way into it as we take a deep stretch into the quad there. Maybe you can hook the left elbow around the foot, or you can reach the right arm up, really lift the chest, maybe catch the fingers, holding it here, a really beautiful pose. One more breath in. And slowly release. Tucking the back toes under, plant the palms. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Well done. Take a breath in through the nose. Open the mouth. Again, inhale. Sigh it out. Drop the knees down to the ground. Bring the big toes to touch. Sink the hips back. Come to Balasana, child's pose. Just for 3 breaths or so. To tune back in with how you're feeling after the flow. Slowing the breath back down. And slowly start to walk the hands back and release. Such a beautiful flow. I love this theme of water, of moving with grace and fluidity. We're going to come down onto our back and we're going to come into a bridge pose or a wheel pose to finish off. If you're happy just to take your bridge pose, you're just going to plant the feet with the arms by your sides and lift the hips up, maybe interlacing the fingers underneath the hips and engaging into the glutes and the quads. If you're wanting to take your full wheel pose, Urdhva Dhanurasana, you're going to plant the palms beside your ears with the fingertips facing back towards your heels, lifting the elbows up towards the ceiling, squeezing the triceps in. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, press up into your wheel. Straightening the arms, and you can have a little play here. I like to rock back and forth to really open up into the shoulders by pressing the chest through the arms and straightening the legs. So you can do that a few times, and you can take any other variation that you like. I often like to walk the feet in, maybe lift one leg up towards the ceiling, and we're nice and lengthened into our hamstrings. If you want to point the toes up towards the ceiling, keep straightening out through the arms. And when you've taken one side, take the other side. Few more breaths. When you've had enough, tuck the chin towards the chest and slowly come down onto the back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the hands to the belly. Close down the eyes and just take a few breaths as we take a few moments just to allow the spine to return to its neutral alignment. And we'll take one final twist before we arrive in our shavasana, hugging the knees in towards the chest. Extend the left leg long, draw the right knee across to the left, reach the right arm out, gaze over the right shoulder. Always important to twist after a deep back bend or back bending practice. Slowly come back to center. Switching sides, hug the left knee in, extend the right leg long. Draw the left knee over to the right, gaze to the left. come back. Give yourself one last squeeze, taking a deep, expansive breath in. And as you breathe out, let everything go as you land into your shavasana. Noticing how the body feels. Noticing if you've entered that state of flow, flowing throughout the rest of your day with ease, with serenity and peace. Take as much time as you need.